Have you ever found yourself trapped inside your own head, overwhelmed by a relentless storm of thoughts that won't stop? Does your mind feel like a chaotic crowd of voices endlessly replaying conversations, worrying about what might happen, and drowning you in a sea of what ifs? If this sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. And the good news is, there's a way out. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers and emperors, once wisely declared, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This simple yet profound insight reminds us that true strength lies not in controlling the unpredictable world around us, but in mastering our own thoughts and emotions. Imagine what life would feel like if you could take that power back, if you could calm the mental chaos and finally reclaim your peace of mind. In today's fast-paced world, overthinking has become a silent epidemic. We live in an age flooded with information distractions and endless choices, like standing in the middle of a storm of hailstones, each piece representing a worry, a question, or a fear. It's no surprise that our minds become cluttered with what-if scenarios, paralyzing doubts, and a constant need to analyze every decision. This mental noise doesn't just sap our energy, it steals our happiness and clouds our clarity. But here's the exciting part: you can learn to fight back. You don't have to be a prisoner to your racing thoughts. Today, I'm going to share with you 10 powerful and practical Stoic strategies that will help you conquer overthinking once and for all. These techniques are not just philosophical musings. They are actionable tools you can start using right now to take control of your mind, reduce anxiety, and live with greater confidence and calm. If you're tired of feeling overwhelmed, if you want to break free from the endless loop of worries, and if you're ready to reclaim your mental space, then hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel. This is your first step on a transformative journey toward mental freedom. 1. Visualize your overthinking as an external force. Let's begin with a simple but powerful mental shift, changing how you perceive your overthinking. Overthinking is sneaky. It often creeps up on us quietly, like a fog rolling in on a bright, clear day. At first, it might feel like a small worry or a fleeting idea, barely noticeable. But soon that tiny thought multiplies and spreads, clouding your mind until you feel overwhelmed, almost knocked off your feet. Think about how this happens in your own life. A small doubt arises, maybe about a conversation you had or a decision you made. Then come the questions. What if I said the wrong thing? What if the outcome is bad? What if things never get better? Each question breeds more questions, forming a dense fog of anxiety and confusion. In today's world, this is a common struggle. Information bombards us constantly, often like hail, pelting down in a relentless storm. Our minds can get overwhelmed by a flood of what-ifs, what next, and what could-have-beens. The noise is deafening. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher king, once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This is the key to our first technique, seeing your overthinking not as an intrinsic part of you, but as an external force invading your peace. Imagine your invasive thoughts as clouds drifting across a majestic mountain. You are the mountain, strong, steady, and unmovable. No matter how many clouds pass by, the mountain remains firm and calm. Your thoughts are just passing clouds, not the essence of who you are. Now, how do you defend yourself against these invaders? Stoicism teaches us to observe without engagement. Picture placing each thought inside a transparent bubble, watching it float away gently on a breeze. This exercise does more than lighten your mental load. It reminds you that thoughts are temporary. They only disturb your peace if you cling to them and give them power. As you practice this visualization regularly, you'll build a mental reflex that helps you detach from overwhelming thoughts before they snowball into a storm. Over time, you'll become better at distinguishing yourself from the barrage of thoughts, recognizing that you are not simply the sum of your mental noise. This distinction acts like a shield, like earplugs, blocking out the din of a noisy crowd. It's a deliberate, continuous effort that grows stronger with each day you practice. When you catch yourself starting to overthink, stop for a moment. Picture the thought as unnecessary noise, separate from who you truly are. By doing this, you're not only protecting yourself from overthinking, you're reclaiming your mental territory and your peace one small step at a time. 2. Take control by refocusing your energy. Have you ever found yourself spiraling down a rabbit hole of what-if scenarios and doomsday predictions, playing the same worries on repeat until you're completely drained? It's like having dozens of browser tabs open in your mind, all blasting videos at full volume, and you can't seem to hit pause. This mental multitasking is a hallmark of modern life. The pressure to stay on top of everything can trap us in relentless cycles of overthinking. But just like a cluttered desk that needs tidying, your mind also needs a reset. Redirecting your mental energy is not just about finding peace, it's about taking back control. It's about silencing the endless noise of possibilities so you can fully appreciate what is. Seneca, another great Stoic sage, beautifully put it, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." His words remind us that grounding ourselves in the present moment is the cornerstone of mental control. How do you do this? Start by focusing on a task, even a small one, and channel all your energy into completing it. It could be as simple as organizing your workspace, taking a mindful walk, or losing yourself in a book. These actions pull you out of the whirlpool of future worries and anchor you in the now. When you consciously redirect your thoughts and energy toward the present, you are not merely distracting yourself. You are actively taking command of your mental landscape. Start by grounding yourself firmly in the present moment. Focus your attention on a task, even something small, and channel all your energy into completing it. This simple yet powerful shift in focus pulls you out of the overwhelming whirlpool of future what-ifs and anchors you deeply in the here and now. The practical application of this is straightforward but profound. Engage fully in an activity that demands your complete attention. It could be as ordinary as organizing your workspace, going for a brisk walk to clear your mind, or losing yourself in the pages of a good book. These actions require your presence. They call you away from the worries of tomorrow and the regrets of yesterday, bringing your thoughts into alignment with your actions. You're not merely distracting yourself from anxious thoughts, you're actively taking command of where your mental energy flows. Remember, Stoicism isn't about suppressing thoughts or pretending they don't exist. It's about managing them, choosing consciously where to invest your mental energy, and practicing mental discipline. The goal isn't to eliminate overthinking entirely. That's an unrealistic expectation. Instead, it's about recognizing when your thoughts no longer serve you and having the tools to gently redirect them. Think of it like training a muscle. The more you exercise this power of refocusing, the stronger and more resilient your mind becomes. With deliberate action and mindful presence, the once overwhelming tide of overthinking can be tamed wave by wave. 3. Embrace impermanence in practice. Letting go. Let's face it, our minds often get stuck in a relentless loop, rehashing past mistakes or anxiously fretting over the future. This mental playground is where overthinking thrives, with thoughts sticking around far longer than they're welcome. And this challenge doesn't discriminate. It affects students worried about exams, professionals stressed over presentations, or anyone trying to fall asleep while their mind races at 100 miles an hour. In the midst of this mental marathon, we can find comfort in the words of Epictetus. "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive now." While this might sound heavy, it points us toward a central Stoic concept: impermanence. Everything changes, including those persistent, nagging thoughts in your head. When we overthink, we tend to cling to these thoughts as if they are permanent fixtures in our lives. Embracing impermanence means understanding that thoughts come and go. They are not eternal. This insight can serve as a beacon of hope when you feel trapped in the cycle of overthinking. Practically speaking, embracing impermanence means cultivating the habit of letting go. It's like a mental decluttering process where you consciously release thoughts that don't serve your well-being. Imagine a river where each thought is a leaf floating on the water's surface, drifting away gently. Or picture clouds constantly changing shape and moving on with the wind. This visualization doesn't just offer immediate relief, it also deepens your understanding of the transient nature of thought. Making this practice part of your daily routine can transform your relationship with your thoughts. It's not about forcing them out, but about allowing them to leave naturally. Letting go isn't giving up, it's an act of courage. It means choosing not to let redundant thoughts rent space in your mind for free. As you get better at this, you'll notice a newfound mental space, a quietness that was always there, just hidden beneath the noise of overthinking. Embracing impermanence isn't just a technique, it's a profound shift toward a more peaceful present way of living. 4. Create a worry period. It's a universal experience to have worries nagging at the back of your mind, persistent like the low hum of a refrigerator. sometimes barely noticeable, yet unmistakably present. These worries can hijack your focus when you're trying to work, relax, or even fall asleep. Our worries can sneak in at any moment, whether you're trying to concentrate on work, enjoy time with friends, or even drift off to sleep. It's like your mind becomes a stage, and these concerns are uninvited actors who won't leave stealing the spotlight when you least want them to. But here's a piece of wisdom from the Stoic teacher Epictetus. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. At first, this might sound offbeat, but it's actually a bold reminder to prioritize your peace of mind over falling victim to worry, especially when you fear being seen as complacent or naive. One effective strategy is to create a worry period. Think of it as giving your worries their moment on stage, but only during the encore, not the main act. Set aside a specific time each day, maybe 20 minutes in the afternoon, when you allow yourself to focus fully on your worries. During this dedicated session, dive deep, scrutinize your concerns, understand their roots, and maybe even jot them down. Ask yourself, what am I truly worried about? How likely are these scenarios? What can I realistically do about them? This focused reflection often reveals that many worries are like shadows, seemingly huge but lacking real substance. Facing them head-on in this way teaches your mind that worry has a time and place. It doesn't get to dominate all day, every day. When your worry period ends, consciously move on. You've given your concerns their allotted time. Now it's time to put them aside. By compartmentalizing your worries like this, you regain control over your day. The goal isn't to stop worrying completely, because that's impossible, but by containing worry, you reduce its power and influence over your life. Think of this technique as tidying your mental room, putting thoughts where they belong so you can enjoy the tranquility of an ordered space. You'll find worries lose their grip when they aren't allowed to roam free, making life feel lighter and more enjoyable. Break down overwhelming thoughts into actionable steps. When overthinking strikes, it can feel like carrying a massive boulder, the weight of your worries matching the weight of the entire world. You're pinned down beneath a heavy cloud of swirling thoughts, paralyzed by indecision and fear. This feeling isn't unique to you. It's a shared human experience, especially in a world that demands high performance in every aspect of life: work, relationships, personal growth, social status. The pressure to excel can freeze us in place, making it hard to move forward. But Marcus Aurelius offers a guiding light through this fog of overthinking. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This profound insight is the foundation of our next technique. The trick is to slice those overwhelming thoughts into smaller, manageable pieces. Ask yourself, what is the very next step I can take? Not the next 5, 10, or 20 steps, just the immediate next one. Taking that one small step may seem trivial, but it's a powerful antidote to overthinking. It shifts your energy from worrying to doing. It's like untangling a giant knot. By working patiently on one small tangle at a time, you gradually unravel the whole mess. You're not ignoring the complexity of your problems. You're navigating through them with purpose and precision. The beauty of this technique lies in its simplicity and effectiveness. Each small step builds momentum, and as you look back, you'll realize that overwhelming boulder of worry has transformed into a manageable pile of pebbles you've crossed one step at a time. Step by step, you cross over that seemingly insurmountable mountain. This method teaches patience, resilience, and trust in your own ability to face challenges head-on. Suddenly, what once felt overwhelming and impossible becomes a thing of the past. Your overthinking melts away, replaced by a profound sense of accomplishment and clarity. Shift your perspective to gratitude. Our minds can be tricky. They often lure us into a maze of overthinking, focusing on what we lack, what might go wrong, or what we have yet to achieve. This relentless loop can leave us feeling drained and dissatisfied. Overthinking frequently stems from concentrating on the negatives or the not yet in life, overshadowing the good that's already present. Seneca once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." This nugget of Stoic wisdom calls us to shift our perspective from scarcity to abundance, from overthinking to gratitude. Gratitude is about recognizing the value in the present moment and the many blessings we often overlook when we're busy worrying about what's to come. Practicing gratitude pulls us out of the ruts of our minds and plants us firmly in the rich soil of the now, where life is truly happening. To make this shift, start by acknowledging three things you're grateful for each day. They don't have to be grand gestures, just genuine moments. It could be a delicious cup of coffee, the comfort of your favorite hoodie, or a thoughtful message from a friend. This simple practice can pivot your mind away from the endless cycle of overthinking and toward a deep appreciation for what is right now in your life. By anchoring yourself in gratitude, you not only silence the noise of overthinking, but also enrich your daily experience. Gratitude magnifies the positive in our lives and can slowly but surely transform our inner dialogue from scarcity to abundance. Over time, this new perspective can change how you approach life's challenges, turning them into opportunities to recognize and appreciate what's already good in your world. This isn't just about feeling better in the moment. It's about building a foundation of contentment that can sustain you through life's inevitable ups and downs. 7. Focus on effort, not outcome. Overthinking often arises from our mind's obsession with future outcomes, its what-ifs and relentless possibilities of failure and disappointment. This projection into the future can paralyze us with fear as we obsess over the potential consequences of our actions rather than the actions themselves. We live in an outcome-driven society where the ends often justify the means. This can lead us to believe that if the outcome is uncertain, the journey isn't worth embarking on. Yet the Stoic philosopher Epictetus offers us a clear directive. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our efforts and intentions rather than the results we cannot control. This doesn't mean we shouldn't set goals or strive for greatness. Instead, it means that true value lies in the quality of our effort, the integrity of our actions, and the virtue with which we navigate our path. Whenever you find yourself overthinking about the potential results of your efforts, consciously redirect your thoughts to the effort itself. Ask yourself, am I doing my best? Am I acting with good intent? Am I staying true to my values? This approach is about being fully present in the process, putting in the work, and knowing that your responsibility ends there. Focusing on effort rather than outcome can liberate us from the chains of overthinking. It allows us to be present, give our best, and live with peace regardless of what the future holds. This focus allows us to give our best in the moment without the heavy shadow of what could be clouding our experience. It transforms our actions from mere steps toward a goal into true expressions of our character and commitment. With this shift in focus, you realize your path is not just a means to an end, it becomes an embodiment of living with purpose, where each step you take is an accomplishment in itself. Now let's explore the final three strategies that open the door to fresh perspectives, empower you to tap into hidden strengths, foster practical resilience, and help you handle life's complexities with a sense of balance. 8. Practice voluntary discomfort. Our minds often spiral into overthinking when faced with potential discomfort or change. We replay countless scenarios trying to predict every possible outcome and preparing ourselves for every conceivable discomfort. This mental rehearsal can be exhausting, turning our comfort zones into mental prisons where growth is stunted and overthinking becomes the warden. Marcus Aurelius once remarked, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing." This perfectly reflects the Stoic practice of engaging challenges head-on rather than avoiding them. By practicing voluntary discomfort, intentionally choosing small actions that push us out of our comfort zones, we can train our minds to handle uncertainty better and reduce overthinking. It's about embracing small, deliberate discomforts to build resilience and adaptability. To integrate this into modern life, start small. Take a cold shower, sleep without a pillow, or walk instead of driving. Do something that disrupts your usual routine and sit with whatever feelings arise without judgment. This practice isn't about punishment. It's about showing yourself that discomfort isn't as frightening as your overthinking mind makes it seem. Voluntary discomfort paradoxically increases your comfort with life's uncertainties. By routinely stepping into what's uncomfortable, the unfamiliar becomes familiar. Your mind learns to quiet itself, becoming less reactive to change and more focused on what you can control your responses. This powerful shift not only lessens overthinking, but also builds an inner core of strength that remains unshaken by the ebb and flow of life's circumstances. 9. Reflect on the transience of life. When caught in the storm of overthinking, it's often because we've zoomed in too closely on the tiny details of our lives, losing sight of the bigger picture. Our thoughts become a tangled mess of what if this happens, Or what if that fails, causing us to lose perspective? This microscopic focus can make even the smallest issues seem insurmountable, consuming our mental energy. Seneca once wrote, "We are not given a short life, but we make it short, and we are not ill-supplied, but wasteful of it." This poignant reminder urges us to reflect on the fleeting nature of our existence. Every moment spent overthinking is a moment not fully lived, a slice of life not savored. Stoicism encourages us to ask whether our worries will hold any weight in the grand timeline of our life. To counteract overthinking regularly, step back and consider your life in its entirety. Recognize that many of the things consuming your thoughts are transient and in the long run insignificant. When you feel overwhelmed by your thoughts, pause and remind yourself that life is fleeting. Ask yourself, is this moment of overthinking truly worthy of the limited time you have? By contemplating life's impermanence, we naturally begin to prioritize our experiences and concerns more wisely. This isn't a call to become morose or indifferent, but rather to cherish the present moment and focus on what truly matters. Focusing on what truly matters is a powerful antidote to overthinking because it aligns our attention with the present moment. It deepens our appreciation for the now and lightens the heavy burden of anxieties about the future. Let the fleeting nature of life not become a source of anxiety, but rather a canvas on which you paint with the vivid colors of presence and engaged living. 10. Seek wisdom from outside yourself. Sometimes our own minds feel like a confusing maze where each turn leads to even more questions and overthinking. We try to solve an endless puzzle only to find the pieces multiplying and leaving us stuck. This endless cycle of rumination starts and ends inside our own heads, often without a clear way out. Seneca, a man celebrated for his wisdom, advised, consult your friend on everything, especially on matters concerning yourself. His counsel reminds us that sometimes our own self-love can cloud our judgment. These simple words hold a profound truth that can help us navigate the stormy seas of overthinking. Stoicism teaches that seeking insight beyond ourselves, whether it's the fresh perspective of a trusted friend, the impartial advice of a mentor, or timeless wisdom found in books, can break the cycle of rumination. In today's world, apply this by reaching out to people whose opinions you trust and respect. It might be someone in your circle or a professional with the experience to guide you. Sharing your thoughts with them helps in two vital ways. It clarifies what's swirling in your mind as you put it into words, and it opens the door to objective feedback that you may have missed while stuck in your overthinking. This technique offers more than practical solutions. It's a reminder that human connection is invaluable. When we share our burdens, they often become lighter. This is not a weakness, but a recognition of the collective strength we have as social beings. Let the wisdom of others be the light that guides you out of the shadows of overthinking. With every conversation, the puzzle pieces start to fit more easily, not because the problems become simpler, but because you're no longer trying to solve them alone. Which of these Stoic methods resonated most with you? Share your reflections in the comments below. Remember, today's insights are stepping stones on our shared journey of intellectual growth. Which of these Stoic methods resonated most with you? Share your reflections in the comments below. Remember, today's insights are stepping stones on our shared journey of intellectual growth. I would love to hear about your journey and your triumphs. Please hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and leave a comment below to share your story, your successes, your challenges, and the lessons you've learned along the way. If you're not sure what to write, just drop a comment saying, "I love this video, so I know you've been here with me today." Every like, comment, and share not only motivates me, but also helps our community grow stronger, learning together how to turn every challenge into an opportunity. I've lined up videos right here for you to keep moving forward on your journey of self-improvement. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on valuable content. Thank you so much for sticking around this far. I'll see you in the next video.